just be standing there one day and we'll be like, we're here. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello and welcome. My name is Brandy, your witchy Miss Frizzle yoga teacher. Wait, was Miss Frizzle a witch? Frizzle, thought to be a fictional teacher, is actually an American witch who is on the run from the Magical Congress of the United States of America. What? Okay, like, not what this video was about at all, but best believe I'm gonna be looking more into this. Now that we are all thinking about Miss Frizzle and her life on the run, let's turn our focus to our second favorite witchy woman. And no, I'm not talking about Stevie Nicks, I'm talking about me! This coming Friday is my birthday, woo! And I will be turning 26. No! Yeah, little Bo Burnham reference for you today. So yeah, I'm turning 26. I know I don't look 26, but I am. And in my mind, turning 26 means that I'm entering my last year in my mid-20s. So the next year I will be in my late 20s, and then I will be 30, and then like, what then? Huh? What then? You see, I've always kind of had an odd relationship to age. Well, maybe not odd. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who can relate to age in a similar way to me, but probably not in a healthy way. All growing up, I had it all planned out, or at least so I thought. Basically, my idea of age and time and where I was supposed to be on my sacred timeline was a lot to do with comparing myself to my parents and kind of the timeline they followed, their sacred timeline compared to my sacred timeline. But I know that I'm not my parents. My parents are not me, I'm not my parents, and me, and I guess my generation in general, have a lot more things that we hold to a higher standard of importance than the things that the generations before us did. Did that make any sense? I don't know. I was one of those kids who had like a midlife crisis when I turned 20. I had a 1/5 life crisis when I turned 20. I had no clue what was going on, and I was like, how could I possibly be 20? I kind of shook that feeling from the age of like 21 to like now, basically. I don't know. I kind of shook that feeling. I say that my favorite age was 23. I had 23 was like just a really good year for me, and I don't even really know why, to be honest, like not completely. It just feels like that was a really good year. 24 was also not a bad year. 25, however, meh. And I'm not saying that there is any parts of my life that I would change. I really do enjoy my life. But I feel like turning 26 and my brain being the way that it is, I'm thinking about the fact that it is my last year of my mid-20s. Theoretically, if you use time in the way that I do, you know, 24 to 26 is your mid-20s. If we're using those concepts and those factors, it's my last year of my mid-20s. And I'm kind of just realizing, I'm like, okay, I'm taking inventory of my life. I'm reflecting on my life. And I mostly am saying all of this in jest. I'm joking to an extent. But there are parts of me that are really reflecting on where I'm at and where my life is at and how I see my life and where I see my life in a few years. Because let's be honest, the other day my grandmother asked me how old I was turning on my birthday. I was like, I'm turning 26, and she's like, wow, 4 years from 30. To me, and a lot of my friends and a lot of the people I grew up with, 30 is like a big thing. Like most of our parents, if not all of our parents, had us by now. Or had us and our siblings by now. And it's just kind of crazy to think about. And when you see that as kind of your blueprint growing up as a kid, that's all you know is like how your parents kind of did it, I guess, if that makes sense. It's kind of weird to make my own true opinions about age and where I feel like I should be at this point in my life. Growing up, I always wanted to be an actress, so being in my 20s, I feel like this should be the time that I am doing all of the acting. But knowing that, I know many of actors that are household names that didn't get started until their 40s or their 50s, and they're, you know, these amazing, incredible actors. And it's just one of those things. We're all on different paths. And I don't know why, but some days I can talk to myself and we have a completely 100% mature understanding of where we're at. We're happy, we're content. And then the next moment, we are crying and having a panic attack thinking that we have just not done enough with our lives and that we are useless trash. So yeah, hit me up if I'm not alone in that. But it is truly interesting because a lot of the things that I do in my life, every now and then there's this nagging little voice in the back of my head that I try not to listen to because I know that it's just my ego or fear or jealousy or envy. I don't know what it is, but it is just... And sometimes when I'm doing stuff or I meet a new person that is doing something similar to me, that little voice in the back of my head goes, wow, they're like 3 years younger than you and they're already doing X, Y, and Z and you're not even there yet, or it took you way longer to do. And it's like, why? Why does that matter? I know a lot of the time we feel like we need to get to this milestone or this mile marker or this achievement by a certain age, and it's just like, what in our brains tells us that we're behind, that we can't start, we're too old to start that. I have thought that about a lot of things. Like, there are things that I would have always loved to maybe have done as a kid and then have that skill now, and I push it off. And I'm like, I should have done that when I was younger. I don't know that skill now, so what's the point? I could start learning it right this second. So yeah, I'm turning 26 and I'm having a little bit of an existential crisis about it, but existential crises is kind of just my thing in general. I'm getting a lot better at it, not having them, as opposed to just getting really good at having them. I'm getting better at not having existential crises. But age has always been a weird thing to me, and I never know if it is an achievement thing, like what I attach my self-worth to, or is it a fear of like death, fearing that I'm gonna get to the end of my line, of my secret timeline, I'm gonna get to the void, and I'm gonna feel like I hadn't done enough, or I'm gonna regret things that I never did. And that, I think, is it. That is the baseline of all of this, truly. I'm really just making this realization as I'm filming this, so thank you for being my therapist today. But it's really regret. I don't want to live my life with regrets, and I don't think a lot of people want to live their life with regrets because they're regrets, and if we lived our life with regrets, we would regret living our life with regrets. I'm sorry, did I say regrets enough? Take a shot every time I say regrets. Please don't. It might kill you. At the end of the day, we don't know how long we have. I could live another 4 years and become 30 and then just... So it's really important that we spend every day enjoying what we have. Even if we have to work long hours and we're doing all of this stuff, like, take time to enjoy the moments. Like, I'm sitting here in the bus, I'm looking around in the bus in my bedroom right now. It's not done at all. I'm sweating my butt off because it's summer and we're in Florida and I don't have the AC running because I don't want it to be too loud for while I'm filming. But regardless, I love this. I'm sitting in a freaking school bus right now in my bedroom. Again, not done. There's so much work I have to do after I film this, but I'm enjoying it. And I think birthdays have always been this kind of like weird thing to me because like growing up, I got disappointed a lot for birthdays, not because of my family or anything, but because I was a summer baby, people were always out of town. I never felt like I got like the big cool birthday, except for like maybe one, and that birthday was weird. I liked it, but it was weird. So like, I'm trying to create a new core memory. I have made a lot of references in this video, mostly to Disney things, except for Bo Burnham, I guess, and Miss Frizzle. I don't know where Miss Frizzle came from. I don't know. But I'm trying to rewrite and relearn how I feel about age, how I feel about birthdays, and how I feel about every single day of my life. Because like I said, at the end of the day, we don't know how many days we'll have from this point on. And I would truly rather live my life remembering the things that I've achieved and being proud of the things that I've achieved and the success that I have faced in my life, rather than sitting there day to day going, I didn't get that done, or I really thought I'd have this by now, or anything like that. Like, who wants to live like that? It's really hard to get out of that mental space. Totally. I'm rewriting and relearning it right now as I go, and it's a muscle. Like, it's not just something that just happens, it's a muscle that you have to continuously work out. It's a process, just like life. I haven't said that in a while, but it's something that I want to get to. And so, in essence, in conclusion, happy birthday to me. And if you are nervous about age, if the last year has made you feel like you have fallen behind, or if life just in general has made you feel like you have fallen behind, I'm here to tell you, you're exactly where you need to be. Don't just sit on the couch, don't just let it pass you by, but you're exactly where you need to be, and you can get to exactly where you want to get. This was mostly just a message to me, just kind of like a therapy session, which is basically what I use this channel for, because I'm not great at communicating, and that, I know you're probably like super surprised. You're like, what? You're not good at communicating, but you make all of these eloquent YouTube videos and you teach yoga and all of this bull crap. how could you not be good at communicating? I'm not. I don't like communicating my emotions or my feelings, and I'm trying to get better at that. But I'm better at writing things down, and I'm clearly better at talking to a camera than I am talking to my friends and family. And for that, friends and family, I am sorry. That's probably why these videos always seem like a cry for help. But yeah, happy birthday me. That's like the third time I've said it. Happy birthday me. 4 times. I love you guys all so incredibly much. I want you to know that age is just but a number, and time is completely meaningless in a construct of man. A man-made construct. But yeah, life is short. Enjoy every day like it is your last. Celebrate your achievements and your wins rather than dwelling on the losses or things that have just been out of your reach, because you are amazing and you will get there one day. We all will get there one day. We'll all just be standing there one day and we'll be like, we're here. Okay guys, I love you so incredibly much. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sitting and being my little sounding board. Thank you for being my therapist. I will send you a bill. No, you'll send me a bill. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, a great week, and I will see you next week. Maybe, possibly, I don't know. Okay, bye!